ODog Survives. This time we are on Conan Exiles, the Isle of Siptah. Let me just let everybody know that I am streaming, and we'll get started. This is the new DLC map that came out on Tuesday of this week. It's got some interesting changes. Some of them are changes to the game as a whole, like there's some healing changes, and some of them are just specific new features for this particular map. That I think are kind of cool. There are one or two features that I dislike. The main one being getting the recipes that you would normally pick up from books and talking to people in the normal map are much more difficult to get. I believe you can get them in the dungeons, the vaults, but I have only gotten two in the, I don't know, half dozen vaults I've done on a different server. And then there's another method, which is a late game method that we will not be getting to today for sure. But I hope you all like it, and we will be starting the game, like I said, in a second. Just let people know. One of the cool features on this map is you can actually choose a start location. There is, let's see, northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast. I've done mostly east on the other servers I have done a couple starts on in the west, but not to do anything more than just look around. So we're going to try southwest and see what we find. If you're curious, this is a server I have running on Logic servers. It's so you know, join in. ODog, Conan Isle of Siptah, ODog out of Siptah. But there are bodies you can get. We're seeing a water skin that you can't eat the raw oyster flesh. Real world or any other way. But it's a very beautiful map. I have the settings mostly been on. I do have gathering 2. I would normally have done XP at 2 as well, but when this map came out, they made a change where it used to be 2 times XP is now by default. So, go 2 times, 4 times. I don't know, it's a little fast. They did tweak some of the XP settings for. They used to give you a lot of XP, journey steps and whatnot. Oh, gator! I've not seen a gator in the new area before. That's exciting. Mostly dogs and birds. Dogs are really easy, the birds aren't much harder. Get out a bit. He's still coming at me. Certainly not now. See, even with the setting, XP setting at 1, you still get the first couple levels really fast. So we go for encumbrance, so I can carry more. Let's see. Weapons. Be able to cook. Stuff in the pots. At some point in the last bit, I don't know, year or so, maybe a little longer, they added these stone skinning and cleavers. Skinning knife and cleaver. That's nice. You don't have to wait till you get up to iron before you can get better hide. Which before you would have to use the axe, the hatchet, I guess I should say, and it didn't give you a lot of hide. So early games, very difficult that way. These journey steps still do give you a decent amount of XP, so we're still going to do them. Bugs to food, so we can make food. Doing this right now. Just running through these journey steps. First, we have pick. Still pick up rocks off the ground. Again, yay! More attributes. Let's see, any more feats that we want to grab right now. I usually do survive a lot of the survival stuff first because it's the most useful for, well, surviving. You can walk on the bed for the time being. Well, one other thing they added are these new hand wraps. Part of the healing changes. You're much more dependent on the wraps and later on the potions for healing. Food does still heal, but it's very slow. So, yeah, and I want to get some aloe. So we need to head probably to this river to see where the aloe is. And those new low-end wraps, now just use fiber, pet fiber, so they're much easier to make than the older ones. You see that shaded buff. Yeah, 2 points of healing every 3 seconds, which is much slower than it used to be. Just follow around here. Yep. Get some clothes on. I'm naked. Journey step complete. That'll make bedroll. Throw that out once the clothes are done. Journey step. Back up. where we're at now. It just we just respawned on the beach. Okay, so kick. And we want to die. Few levels early on here. Keep going encumbrance or straight down. Encumbrance to that first tick. Sometimes they go until they start costing 2. Sometimes they just go straight ahead until I get the first perk. This time you can see there's some interesting things here. Big funnel in the sky. Tornadoes. This is something that I know a lot of people hate. Hide. And 30 minutes mod. So you hide. Also helps us. Stamina to fight Mr. Alligator. This is a bit spicier. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You're out of here. Get out of here. Bleeding, sundered. Yeah, we are in trouble. Like I said, I've not started over on this side of the map before. I did not realize they have the crocodiles, the crocodigators in the starting area. Unfortunately, the crocodigators I am almost dead. And I am now out of stamina. Means I will probably die here in a second. Maybe I should have left that roll down. Nope. Doggy got me. Oh well. That's early survival game. You die a lot. Yeah, I can go to bed and sleep as well. Okay, we can get back over there and get our stuff. Here's another thing they added. These boxes. And that one's empty. Well, somebody came through here. Fucked out. Possible we could just be empty. Maybe I just opened mine. Bad guys. Doggies. Is this the water skin? Or I've run over past that don't have it. I actually thought it would work anyway. First time I've had one right. Solo gator we should probably do. This side seems to be a little, the other side. Oh, no, yeah, I cannot take this guy. Wow, one hit me. Good lord. Alright, then, that's fun. I don't even know if it's worth it to try to go back and get my stuff. Croc will probably still be there. The Eastern shows. That definitely seems to be easier. And I've died. That's just about the dagger. One. Turning step. Does damage over time. Exciting, exciting. Right, I didn't change this one. Death markers. Die again. Probably said when I died I'd be killed by trash people. Leave your fires in place. It's kind of working out for me. Some food. Yeah, that. Don't leave your stuff laying around. PK on. Okay, yeah, this side is way harder than the other side. I don't even think I can outrun these guys. Yeah, he's just fast.
Some ammo. Fishmen are going to eat me if I the ammo. Probably. What's the Conan have? Running down cliffs is one way to get away from it. Apparently won't have. And here is the dungeon. Going to have these fishmen in it, so I definitely don't want to go in there. But hey, other than
journey step. Not even sure which tier that journey step's on. It's all above where I'm at now. Climb around the fishman. It's another mechanic I've always liked about Conan. Well, since they added it. Climb. There are places where you can't climb that. Potions also have a animation now, but it's a much shorter animation. So you can use them in combat, but it's still tricky. And if you get knocked out of the animation before it's finished, you don't. So you gotta get some distance before you try to. Healing effects used to be much quicker. No animations before. The wraps did have to stand still for a couple seconds. And they didn't have to blow in wraps anyway. To get the leather ammo. This whole stream is going to be working across the same spot. Count the number of times I died. 3, 4. At least 3. That now unlike Ark, you run out of stamina, you can start grounding in this game, which is nice. You just stand up before you get attacked. But you can keep swimming at least. Think you can do anything with these fish? Yeah. They're just decoration. There are fish traps you can make later on to get you fish. Quite useful. Puts fish in a press and oil. Crafting recipes. Oil is also one of the better fuels in the game. Things that require fuel. There's a chest down here. It's a gold bed. Gold is actually useful in this game because there are merchants. They're the only NPCs. Not that they're not all merchants, but there's a handful. As far as I know, they're the only NPCs. Not yet, so I could be wrong. Some of the merchants there sell things. Church sells elephant hides, although it's 5 gold per hide. It's not very economical. Elephants appear to be only in one section of the map, which is close to the center, so it's very dangerous to go there. Currently, the elephants are also high XP gain from killing them, and fairly low health, like 600 health or something like that. So, if you can get to them, they are a good XP source for you and or I'm having trouble gathering my own resources. I keep dying. I spawned on the hard area apparently. That was dumb of me. Yeah, I spawned in the hard area auto. And now I'm trying to get to the easy area. I should probably just die and spawn on the other side of the map. But yeah, Brandy, if you want resources, you're going to have to get your own. I'm sorry. I just want to get somewhere where I don't die every 5 seconds. I think it was southwest. Yeah, because I spawned over here, and like, it's the normal dogs and birds, but there's also alligators and hyenas and lynxes. I was like, what? Oh, and you know, here's a giant alligator. But the southern end of the map gets pretty spicy. Or is that? I think that's one of those monitor lizards or whatever they are. But that's a big one. But yeah, the dogs and birds aren't hard at low level. But yeah, the gators one at a time, not good. But the lynxes, good lord, no, that they should not be anywhere near the starting area. Even the hyenas are tough on this map, at least for a newbie. Usually because they come one at a time. One-on-one, I'd probably take them. But it is a beautiful map, you know, when it's not super foggy. And I know Otto, there's a command to turn off the fog. I'm trying to play vanilla here, so I'm turning off the fog. Certainly hope you guys can hear me. It's my first time streaming on this rig. Oh yeah, I know it is. I had to put my password. Maybe it's just that the room got so much less crap in it. More echoey. My mic is on the other side of the desk now, for reasons. I'll listen to the recording and then maybe play around with the audio settings next week. There's these rooms that are usually guarded by skeletons. The southern part of the map is pretty dangerous. The northern part of the map probably is as well. Actually, I know it is. Yeah, there's skeletons over there. The volume is loud. That's weird. It's really quiet for me. You know how that sounds. If I move the mic closer. How's that sound? Now, Otto? Doesn't help that I'm looking away from the mic to read the chat, I guess. I should probably have that on the other monitor. I'll have to check. I'm using the mic directly instead of on here. I'll look into that, because that's supposed to for the mic a bit. I'm getting all sorts of maps, you know, that provided I don't die again and not be able to recover them. To get some more neck fiber. Unfortunately, I lost my. I'd rather get a lynx than a camel. They're a bit tougher than the dogs. I'm actually playing on another server that. Hey Taru, hey TBF. But the other server is a TBF server. Otto and Taru both play on that. On that server, I'm max level. Got a couple decent thralls. Lynx, wolf, a bear, a dog. So, pretty good over on that server. For the stream, I wanted to start fresh. You can also buy a rock nose and a spider. Oh, yeah, no. if I can do something in, for me, that's like I'm not hearing the game volume at all. But I don't remember. Was it? See? Yeah. This doesn't stop the stream. How's that sound now? I thought master volume controlled everything. I can boost my voice more if it's still too low. Oh, no, okay. I can't get the microphone much closer, unfortunately, the way my desk's set up. Like I said, I can boost it some more. How's that sound? Like I said, this is my first time streaming on this machine. Okay, yeah, I boosted it like 90% or something. The game sounds still loud because, like, I can't hear hardly anything. I can turn the volume up that way, which shouldn't affect what you guys hear. What the heck did I do? I turned off my UI. I wonder how I did that. No. Apparently Alt-Z turns off the, and now I'm walking. What the heck? You gotta love it, the fact that when things are all mapped to the same keys. No, that was something on the Z or the Alt-Z. It just turns off the UI. V does the follow camera. But Alt-Z is also how you get into the settings for the NVIDIA stuff. I probably got more plant fiber, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so let's make some more wraps. I'm surprised there are corpses down here, given that this is not a spawn location. Where am I? Yeah. In fact, due north of here, up in here, there's a little city with skeletons and other undead by it. That's a spicy spot. But this is the second server I brought up. The one from originally brought up was from a hosting company, and they were having problems. I could not get it to where I could log in normally. I had to do a direct connect every time. And I tried on 2 different machines and it did the same thing. So yeah, that was really weird. Apparently, some server hosts in Europe are having the same problem, according to the Funcom boards. So I got the server host that TBF is using, active servers, and brought up a server there, and it was working pretty good. So that is where I'm at now. No, Logic servers. Active was the other company. But so yeah. Another weird thing is I know Conan used to allow battle metrics to show you who logged in and who was logged in, and now it does not. And they claim that Conan does not allow that. So I don't know if that's a change that Funcom made, or if it's just something Battlemetrics is doing to try to get you to sub to get access to Archon, which lets you set up flags that let you see when people log in and out. But as I said earlier in the stream, although I know Otto, Taru, and TBF are already playing on TBF server, this is an open server. I think Brandy, I don't know if she's still here, was planning on playing on this one, because I know she likes Conan. I've already let her Discord know that the server's here, so. And this is a vanilla server. No mods at this point in time. Maybe later on, once the server stabilizes and they're not updating it every couple days, probably breaking mods, I'll look at putting at least some simple mods on. I really like Pippi. TBF's running that on his server. It allows you to do a lot of cool stuff. You can set up merchants and quests and all sorts of things, and there's a teleport system, which really helps on busy servers because you can set it up so that you can teleport and return, like to a warp, or you teleport to warps that you can set up. And that really, you don't have to have the Wheels of Pain all over the place. Especially on this map where the thralls, for the most part, are going to be random. And I know the random spots are preset, I think. Like there's, I don't know how many spots that they can, those tornado things can spawn in. But, they're not always there. Like right now, I think this is settable, so I think I have it set to 10 max. And I think it looks like it always does, whatever you have it set as, half of them are on one side, half of them are on the other. At least that's what it seems on the servers I've been on. So. And here we are, an hour in, and I still running on a beach. I wonder if this area is safe-ish. Let's see, is this... I really need a river, though, for the aloe. But this area seems relatively... The birds aren't really that big a deal. Got the redwoods here. Building here, though, I don't know if I have it set so you can build on the beach, to be perfectly honest. I suppose I can find out fairly easily. Yeah. You seem to be able to build here. I don't know if that beach thing is just in the spawn areas, or if it's all the beaches, but... Yeah, this definitely isn't saying no building, so I'll have to check in the spawn areas. I'm guessing that's a server setting. I may have turned it off, I don't know. But I know each one of the other servers I've been on, you can't build on the starter beaches. So let me show you the burdens. I did not attack this one with that other one so close by, but they're not that bad. And they got feathers, which you need for arrows later on. And feral flesh, which is Most common type of meat. Speaking of meat, let's go ahead and cook up all our feral flesh. But yeah, I'm really mostly liking this new map and some of the changes they made. The healing changes definitely make it a little less just running around eating food constantly. I mean, you still eat the food out of combat to heal up a little, but you're not just constantly wolfing down food. And makes combat a lot more difficult. You have to think more about what you're doing. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, the main thing I dislike about the video is, or the map, is that the recipes are very difficult to get now. I think some of them drop in the dungeons, as I said earlier. But so far the only ones I've gotten have been for the special weapons, like the venom daggers. I have not gotten any of the food, which I'm assuming things like the aloe soup would heal better than regular soup, but you know, I honestly don't know because I haven't gotten the recipe yet. I'm not going to spoil the late game. Hopefully, you know, if I keep streaming this, we'll get there. Although, at that point I may have to do some mods because soloing some of the late game stuff I think is going to be very difficult in vanilla. So maybe a level mod, maybe the multiple followers mod. Like I said, I want things to stabilize a little before I do those anyways. But and we'll see. I know at least one person who's playing on the server. There's a guy I work with. Maybe we'll team up with him to do some of those, some of the tougher dungeons. I don't know. Yeah, ODog. I really like the follower mod, especially for single. You know, when you're playing by yourself, whether it's single player or a solo tribe, as it were. Because it makes some of the fights that are practically impossible solo doable. Whoa, what the heck? That was weird. He just ran right past me and attacked that deer. And now he's attacking a bird. So let's get out of here. Yeah, I don't think we want to go up this way. There's no water and too many deadly things. But yeah, having a couple extra followers is really nice for solo play. Because it allows you to do some content that is otherwise very, very difficult. And it doesn't necessarily make it super easy either. The Warmaker dungeon on the old map, even with extra followers, was, you know, you could still lose your followers to the champion and even the end boss. Although, strangely, the end boss I always felt was not as difficult as the champion is. Mostly because he's kind of slow and lumbering. And, you know, Otto was mentioning they seem to have tweaked the hunger and thirst as well, because it seems to drain faster. I have mine set at vanilla settings. Like I said, I think the only survival setting I changed was doubling, or was, no, I didn't do the XP. Oh, it was the gather rate. I set the gather rate at 2 instead of 1. can I carry any more? No, I leveled up. I can increase my encumbrance anyways. Yeah, 93. Wow. I don't really want to increase my encumbrance. Let's do more grit and another point in strength. Did I get anything useful? Well, I'm going to eventually need Thrall Taker. Ooh, I can make armor now. Let's go to the survival tab. Oh, not survival, not weapons. Okay, blacksmith, carpenter, iron tools, tanner, fireball cauldron, and the iron butcher and skinning knife. Any requirements? Just the okay. Just not high enough level yet. Tamer. No, let's hold off on stable master for now. That is one thing with the scarcity of the thralls. The taming is actually much more useful. Yeah, TBF. The dungeons I think are the best addition to the map. I went into one yesterday. I'm trying to remember the name of it. They were like undead bird bat demons. And the only reason I say bird bat demons is because they had feathers when you skinned them, but they still had bat skin, which didn't make a lot of sense to me. But, so they're bird bats, but I think they were also undead because they didn't take bleed damage. And it had, well, a mechanic I absolutely despise in most games. Jump puzzles. But they were done better than most because of Conan's climbing mechanic. There were these things you had to climb up and then jump between them. That was really, really interesting. And like you had to figure out which way you had to go. So I don't remember what the name of that one was, but it was one of the more interesting dungeons. There's a warp to it on your server. Yeah, the map does seem a little empty. I mean, it's much more about fighting the wildlife, I guess. Good lord. Sometimes ad nauseum. Oh no, 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 no. I am nowhere near up to taking on a one skull anything. I don't know. If you're trying to get to like a specific place on the map, it can take a while. I mean, I don't think it's as big as the totality of the Exile lands with the 3 different regions. I guess, yeah, because you got the jungle, the desert, and the north. But it's still, I mean, and maybe it's not just big, it's just, you know, going direct as the crow flies to a place is not easy because of the interior is much more, there are ravines and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it like going from my base, which is near where you guys had your first base, to the center, takes a while. And the crazy thing is, this first several times I did it, you know, it'd start off on a clear day, and then I'd start running towards the center, and then the maelstrom would come up before I got there. It was kind of annoying. I did finally manage to get to the center and some of the areas around it, to kill some elephants, and I explored the area around the tower, hoping to find star metal, but unfortunately there were no meteors when I was there. Where are we now? Okay, now this is more where the eastern spawn area is, and this is much easier apparently than the western spawn area, because it's mostly just the birds and the dogs, and there's these turtles. I have no clue what the turtles are for, what they do. No, I don't want to attack the turtle. I want to attack the dog. I mean, you can eat the turtles. They don't seem to provide much food. But, oh, come on. Stamina. But yeah, you can. There's these turtles, and you can pick them up. No clue why, what their purpose is, if they have a purpose. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop some stuff. What do I want? Let's drop the fangs. We don't need the aloe seeds right now. Good lord. Most of this stuff does not weigh anything. Okay, stack that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to build a house. Oh, good lord. Leave me alone, bird. Yeah, but I don't want to eat a turtle. I wonder if there are food recipes later on, although I don't know that they've added any food recipes. Oh, good lord. Leave me alone. Like I was saying, since getting the food recipes is PETA, I don't know that I'd want them to have added more. Okay, so now we'll put some points into strength. I'm going to need to build soon, which this will show off one of the other new things they added, which is some building sets. And there's a low-level building set, which is pretty cool. The flotsam building set. Interesting. The flotsam set is kind of the opposite of the sandstone set, as it takes more wood than it does stone, whereas the sandstone set takes more stone than it does wood. So, in this area where there's a lot of trees, and a lot of birds apparently, it's easier to build with than the sandstone. And I don't think the wood is as heavy as the stone, but I could be wrong about that. Okay, let's go kill this guy, and then we'll build a little hut. Maybe we can get this built before the end of the stream. Take that, bird. Let's make some more of these wraps. We're going through them so fast. That's one thing I wish they'd work on is a neater, not warp, a neater crafting thing. Oh, that thing you shared is only for admin? Well, that makes a little more sense. I don't mind the fog. It gives the atmosphere. I mean, there's constant storms on this island, so it kind of makes sense that it's foggy. Did I not just... Oh, I haven't made it yet. Yeah, I get that. I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm a weirdo. Like the discussion we had, I actually kind of like the fact that this server is vanilla and that the TBF server is nearly vanilla with just Pippi. Because this is new, and I kind of want to play it when I have the land ownership turned on. I kind of want to play it sort of the way it was intended to be played. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really love the Pippi warp system, and especially even just the set home thing, because there's sometimes you're out running around and it's like, oh, it's dinner time and I want to stop playing. You don't want to have to spend 10 minutes, 20 minutes running back to your house. Really not have enough. Good word, I didn't get a lot of wood, did I? let's see, can we make a box? I need 100 wood and 12 twine. So let's start the twine up. Do I have any? I have 7, so I don't even need that many. Yeah, and I get that, and I not that I'm not using the warp system or the home system. It's also good for server health, as people aren't building, at least on the old map, people aren't building the. Oh, I didn't want to do that. No. People aren't building the wheels of pain everywhere because they can just port home. A lot of servers actually, Jesus, do still not have 100. Actually have it where you can't. Like if they find wheels out in the world, they'll delete them. Just because you're not clogging up the server with all sorts of wheels of pain everywhere. I'm not sure how that would work on this server, on this map, anyways, because of the way the character spawns. Oh, good lord! I'm probably gonna die now. Yeah, get the lead stacks to kill him. There we go. But yeah, due to the way the thrall spawns work, I'm not really sure how you would. What the point of putting a bunch of wheels of pain would be, because the spots, like I said, they're not random. They're not completely random. They do. They're not static either, like the thrall spots on the regular map. Okay, let's see. Get all of this stuff that I don't need. Let's actually do this. And then I can build some more. I really like the dagger build. It does a lot less damage per hit, but it's very fast. And if you do the heavy attacks, it does bleed damage. My main is actually usually an axe, which obviously you can't get until you can make iron stuff. And there actually is a two-handed axe build as well. If you put the throwing axes in your offhand, you can dual wield axes. Actually, I think you can put the throwing axes in your offhand for any one-handed weapon. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't tried it with anything but an axe in the main hand. And it actually has a similar attack set to the daggers when you do that, because there's like a spin attack and stuff like that. I really got to play with that more. First time I tried it out was with the throwing daggers, or throwing axes. I keep saying daggers. The throwing axes from the Serpent Man dungeon. So another reason I like the dungeons is while that Serpent Man dungeon is not easy at low level, for sure, you do get really good weapons. I mean, you can't fix them and they'll eventually break. Although they're not like legendary or anything, so one of the repair kits, the advanced, I think, can repair those Serpent Man weapons up to, I think it's 75%. So that's pretty cool. So you can keep using them. What am I looking for? I'm gonna need some more stone. I'm gonna put my pick away. Yeah, they do really good damage. They're actually fairly end-game weapons. I was surprised they just dropped off of those mobs. I mean, I guess that's supposed to be one of the higher, maybe not the highest, but mid-range dungeon, maybe. I mean, as long as you bring a lot of healing stuff with you, it's certainly doable in your mid-levels. So far, it looks like the bat one is one of the easiest ones, and the wolf one doesn't seem that hard. That strangely, it's in some ways it seemed easier to me than the bat one. I think because the mobs don't attack as fast. I think they hit harder, but since their attacks are slower, their DPS seems lower to me. Or maybe I was just higher level and better equipped because I had that Serpent stuff from the get-go when I took on the wolf dungeon. With the one I found here, I now know where I think 5 are. Although I can only remember the location of the first 3 I found for sure. The others I could probably figure out. Obviously, the drowned one is on the map now here. Enough resources. What am I? Probably would. Yeah. It is funny because, like I was saying, it's sort of the reverse. It's the wood you keep running out of. You're building this set instead of the stone. I was running around with the Superman daggers for a while. So those were nice. There's a late game mechanic that actually lets you potentially get recipes for legendary weapons and armor. And I lucked into getting a legendary dagger that does acid damage. So, you do the heavy attack, you do acid damage and bleed damage, which is pretty cool. And I did also manage to get a legendary axe as well. Or axe recipe, I should say. The nice thing about having the recipes for legendaries is you can repair them. Unlike regular legendaries that you get in the world. You pick it up, but you use it until it breaks. Land owned by ODog. I need 8. Yeah, I can always use them later. Let's see. I only went to the door there, so the door will go here. This is my standard pattern. Every other one, a window. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. And then the rest will be walls. Well, except for where I put the door. So I should do the door next. Yeah. This isn't really the safest area with all these birds and dogs, but it makes it exciting when you leave your house and you can possibly get attacked. The house I built on your server, TBF, I have dogs that spawn on either side of the house, or I did. I think I blocked the one spawn when I made my house bigger. So I'd be in my house, and then I'd hear dogs outside. And when I got pets, the pets would start running around like crazy when they'd come and try to attack me. Repair, yeah. Wall. That's not gonna be enough. No, I was going to build a door first, wasn't I? Oh, well. Not the brightest. I hate when I do that. That's where the door goes. Oh, good. Need some more wood. And I need more walls as well. Looks like it's getting dark. I do have the days set at twice length, but the nights are normal length on my server. Although, I may turn that off, because that is getting kind of annoying. I thought it would be cool so people could see when they were near somebody's house. Just like those buttons. I'm gonna get some more water. I'm definitely gonna need it. Probably gonna need to get some stone soon. Pretty good for stone. This is sort of my standard starting place. It's actually a little bigger than I usually create a starting place, but I always run out of room and have to expand it, so I decided to make it a little bigger to start with, although it probably still won't be big enough. Oh, wow. Just enough wood, I think. So plus I did find around. Nope. So now I need 5x4. That should be 20 ceilings. So I'm doing my math wrong. Which is certainly possible. That's weird. Sometimes that happens. You get the aggro music when they're actually still fighting each other. I don't know what that is about. Okay, ceiling. Okay, so I need 4 more. They actually seem to be attacking a dead bird, or is that bird just chill? I'm not really sure what's going on there. I mean, we won't see it here until we start doing the vaults. There is one mechanic that I'm a little fuzzy on how it works. Okay, so I did my math wrong. You get these things from the dungeons called sigils, and I know what there's you eat them essentially, and it's supposed to make it so you, I guess, do more damage, or you can something against the critters in the maelstrom. But I have noticed that my sigils keep disappearing, and I'm not sure if it's a time thing or if it's a death thing. Like I've noticed after I died that, you know, I don't have all the sigils I had before. So I don't know if it's like you die and you have a chance of losing a sigil, or I don't know, maybe it's bugged. Who knows? You know, early access, new feature. We'll have to see. I got to remember to check my sigils more frequently. But yeah, from what I've seen on some videos, probably from is it Kaya on Fire, I think is her name. She was in the early access and got early access to a lot of this stuff. I think she mentioned that the sigils was there for, or maybe it was another video. I've been watching a lot of Siptah videos, but I'm not exactly sure how that mechanic works. Like I said, I've had to reapply several of the sigils multiple times, but like one time when I noticed, is like, oh, you know, I lost the Serpent Man and the Bat, but I still had the or the Serpent Man and the Wolf, and I still had the Bat, which kind of sucked because I actually have like a stack of, well, not a stack because they don't stack unfortunately, but I had a bunch of the Bat ones because it's right near my base, so I've done that dungeon several times to get the I forget what it's called, the new metal that you need for some of this stuff. So I've got like 5 or 6 of those. Why am I not in reserve? In fact, I need to go back and get the another Serpent Man one to replace the one that I lost. I need to find metal around here. I know where there's some not too far away. This is actually, I think, near where you guys built. I think you guys built down here towards the end, and I'm a couple coves over on your server, TBF. But yeah, if you ever do another one of these maps, Auto, you definitely want to start over on the western edge, because that definitely seems spicier over there. I know you like your hard starts, so. Oh, throat's getting a little scratchy from all the talking. What do I need? Let's see, armor bench. That's probably the next thing we need. Stone, wood, and it's sneaky. Hiya! Hiya! Okay. Sure, TBF. You die enough without hard starts. I don't know what you're talking about. Lord knows I died a lot at the beginning of this video. Go ahead and make these stairs so I don't have to keep jumping into my house. And how much of each of the things do we still need? Armor bench. 240 stone. Oh, I used up all my stone. 160 wood and 20 twine. Yeah, I got the wood. What about the twine? Guess not. Oh, I need the stone. Whoa. Desync there. Gotten all the stone close by, haven't I? 1,000 life challenge, yep. It's definitely what it looked like I was going for at the beginning of this one. I had died 3-4 times pretty quickly. The western edge has gators and hyenas and lynxes all really close to the starting zone. Not fun. Let's repair all my tools. Yeah, you can already see there's not enough room in here. Let's put this over here. Let's see. Light armor. No, that's not how you spell light. Let's see, so I do need twine. Oh, jeez. So used to arc in F. There's a big gorilla? Oh. That doesn't sound like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff near the Maelstrom. And I saw in your video you actually met some of the and what do you call them, residents of the Maelstrom, the things that only spawn during the storm. I think you got killed by some of the sort of the lower end stuff. There's even crazier things that spawn in there. And there was something that you ran past. It looked like a giant larva or something. I had not seen one of those before. I hung out in the area of the Maelstrom one of the times I was trying to go find elephants, because there's things that drop off of the critters that you need for the late game stuff, and I ended up having to run away and teleport out. It was just it's resources. It was just like they just kept spawning in. So I was like, oh, I can take 2 or 3 of this one guy. Oh, this other guy's a little tough. Well, let me, let my. I think I had one of my pets at the time. I was like, let my pet tank that guy, and then I'll try to kill these guys. And then they just kept spawning in. And I was like, yeah, this is a little spicier than I really can handle. I got better gear now, so I'm gonna have to try it again. Need to get my assassin gear here. Unfortunately, where's all my hide? There we go. Two of those. One of those. And I cannot make that. I don't know if it's just I'm so used to playing on servers where the rate is higher or what, but I swear it didn't used to be that hard to get plant fiber. It said 2. I clicked it. Okay, yeah, that's a weird bug that I've noticed. Oh, need more hide. Oh, good lord. Well, I can make hide. Well, it's not that it's difficult. It's that I swear you used to get more. And like I said, maybe it's just because I'm used to playing on servers with higher rates or something. But like I swear you used to be able to pick more from each plant than you can now. But yeah, like I said, maybe I'm just misremembering. I was playing this morning on another server. It's actually Kaya's supporter server. And I guess they've got the distance things can respawn turned way down. So I built this base, like, and I've got a wall around the entire thing, and I've got trees and rocks respawning like in the center because I didn't pave the whole thing over. And I guess the taming pens do not block respawns of things because I've got a tree growing out of my taming pen. It's kind of hilarious. Yeah, I mean, once you get the sickle, it's a lot easier or quicker. Even in this, but I mean, the sickle's steel, so that that takes a while to get to. Doesn't help that it seems to be a little janky too. Like you'll start, and then you just stop. I don't know. Very, very odd. Okay, let's see. You go in there. We're still making up hide. Probably shouldn't have done all of that hide. But oh well. It's not like I can make hyena gear here, given that getting the recipe is very late game. If you can get it, because that's the other problem is everything I've seen and heard so far is getting the recipes. It's all RNG. Like there are ways to get the recipes, but like I said, I think you can get at least some of them in the vaults. But I got with all the vault runs I've done, I think I've gotten 3 recipes, and they were all weapon recipes. So like I don't know if you can get the food recipes in the vault. And I got a duplicate for one of them, the venom daggers. So like I'd really like to test to see if the higher tier foods actually heal you better, or if they don't, it'd be kind of weird if you ask me. That's I understand why they made the healing changes, but I mean, given you have to search out those recipes on the old map, and you have to do the crazy things you have to do to get the recipes on this new map. That they should make those cooked foods better for healing. Because like as far as I can tell, the abyssal meat, which you can get from killing or harvesting the end bosses in the dungeons, doesn't heal at least people anymore. It did seem to work on one of my pets really well. Oh, that's good. One thing I can suggest for water, if you have any of the sets that have a fountain, or you are a Mitra worshiper and get up to I think it's the 2nd tier shrine, which again still hard because the dearth of people to harvest for their essences. Get a what's it called, a fountain, because then you have water right at your base, and you don't have to run down to whatever your local water source is every time you want to eat something or drink something. Need more wood. Okay, I got enough to make the armor, so level the coin thing is. Although Now that I think of it, I was making... There's a recipe for the coins in the smithy table. I don't think you need the coin mold anymore. So I'll have to check when I get to the smithy table, which is going to be in a bit. I've got to go find some iron. Which I know some spots relatively close by. But it's a long run, and there's some undead on the way. But the merchants on that northern island, it's 100 gold, 200 gold. I think it's 200 gold to get the links. But it definitely seems like an early game thing to get. They are tougher than the dogs. Yay, got my assassin armor. I don't have to be wearing rags anymore. This is definitely my favorite DLC set. They look very BA. Wow, these might cook up on the wood that was left. Oh, almost. Okay. Need to start working on the rest of my crafting stations. So tannery is probably what I need next. So stone, wood, bark, and twine. You can make up some twine. Now, I've really cleared this area out, and I don't think I have my respawn rates or my respawn area set low, so that little house is killing the spawns near me, I think. So 160 stone. What was 160 wood? 240 stone, 160 wood. That's gonna take a little while. Since there doesn't seem to be a lot of stone around here anymore. All the strange noises. See, the daggers look really cool with the assassin outfit. Yeah. Plane flying overhead? What the heck was that? Like I said, there's weird noises on this map. And then I need something to fuel it as well. Okay, I should have enough now. with the twine, yeah. So do we have any more room is the question. Yeah. Let's get a little more bark. Thrall tornadoes are popping up. Okay. Got the resin and the sticks. Yeah, it's still not going to give me enough. Greenland ruled by ODog. Let's go ahead and finish that off. Another thing, I think they changed the collision, because I swear you used to be able to put things closer to the walls. Yeah. It's over by, yeah, that's by the bat dungeon. The bat dungeon's right there. That's the wolf one. And that's the Serpent Man one. So those are the three I've done the most. Did I not get close enough to, yeah, because I got the thing. Oh, there it is. Wow, that's that far back, huh? That's where the Fishman one is. Those dudes, it's tough. There's another one up here. I forget which one that is. I think I've been there. Well, we'll find them all eventually. Well, looks like we're getting to the end of the stream. So, like I said, this is really cool looking armor. But I think I will be calling it a day. Maybe I'll do some gathering off screen. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But thanks all for stopping by, and it was fun. So I'll see y'all later.